Do you know why?
I was not at work. I was on leave.
Okay.
But why do you say you were not presented with this agreement?
I was on leave, Commissioner.
No, I get that part. Even if you are on leave and you are chief of police, I mean, surely you would delegate to somebody who's acting, and you would be told that the agreements are ready for signature. I can't believe that when you're on leave, people can do as they please, and you come back and you say, well, because I was on leave, I wash my hands of what happened. You don't stop being chief of police because you're on leave.
Commissioner Khumalo, I'm not saying, I'm said that I did not sign this, and at that time, when I came back, I was briefed by Deputy Commissioner.
No, but the question is, did you see them before they were signed? I understand that they were signed, because this is what happens with written agreements. They go back and forth because you get a document, it is typed, and people look at it to check that it complies with legal requirements and the terms of the agreement are in accordance with the tender documents, and they generally reflect the services that are to be provided and fees that are to be paid. So the terms of the agreement. And that doesn't happen in a space of a month. There would be a back and forth with drafts being exchanged. The question that was put to you, was this presented to you? It may well be that on the date of signature by Spies, you were on leave and therefore you could not have signed. But it does not explain what happened before that. Were you aware that there were these draft agreements circulating, what they related to, and that at some point somebody from TMPD has to sign them?
Commissioner Khumalo, I have not seen the service level agreement before it was signed. No draft was sent to me. Nothing was sent to me to come back, to go through. I did not receive it. The only time is when I came back from my leave.
I mean, that is a red flag. It's worrying that these things could be happening and your department is responsible, and but for the leave, you would have had to sign it. And because you were on leave in January 2026, somebody who was acting in your stead signed them, and you only saw them after they were signed. I mean, that is a serious red flag for me.
Commissioner, you must know the service level agreement is drawn up by between the legal department and Office of the Group Financial Services, which is the CFO.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Controversial Podcast. In today's episode, I just want us to talk about the Tshwane Metro municipality. You know, we truly have a problem, especially in public entities. I mean, if you are following the Matlakane Commission, I just want us to focus on Tshwane Metro Police Chief Yolanda Faro. Like, that lady lacks leadership skills, and I don't care how she feels about that. She lacks leadership skills. To be specific, she lacks financial management skills. Like, you cannot tell me that you are holding budget meetings every month, but money is missing. I'm not talking about small amount of money. I'm talking about billions. Money is being spent recklessly in that municipality. Talk about fruitless expenditure. You know, when she was busy presenting her own evidence at the Matlakane Commission, I was like, wow, she can't even see that she has a problem. She thinks she's doing very well, by the way. But billions of rands are spent recklessly in her department, right under her nose, and she doesn't know about it. What's the use of having budget meetings as the accounting officer of that department? You don't care. You don't even ask why these officials are spending a lot of money, and you're just there, you're like blaming people. You don't want to take accountability. No, the finance person must come and account in this commission. What are you doing, ma'am, in your department? What do you discuss in those budget meetings? Because you said you are always budget meetings every month. Can't you see the irregularities in your own department? You can't even ask simple questions to your employers. Why are you looting money? No, you don't care because you are not a finance manager or whatsoever. but people are busy losing the public purse like it's nobody's business. Like, honestly, I was going to fire that lady because she doesn't have financial management skills. What are you talking about in those budget meetings that you're having with your employees? She even tried to cover up some shenanigans that were mentioned by Revo Species in that commission. She was like, no, we've seen his email. He was complaining about the irregularities in that department and we were busy implementing. I think it's Co-Commissioner Kumala who called her out and said, no, you didn't do anything about it. You just told him to just write a formal letter and not address this issue via email. Even if people are looting money for them, they just want formal letter. Email is also formal. You can see that woman doesn't want to take accountability. Like, nah, man, Pharaoh, you need to do better in that position. But if I was the CEO of that municipality, I was just gonna dismiss you. You have people like Sergeant Fanenkosi doing whatever they like to do at the Tshwane Metro Municipality, and we don't even know what Nkosi is doing in the SAPS. We don't know his juices. The comrades are busy looting in that municipality. We've heard about the EFF. Fanenkosi made some serious allegations about the economic freedom fighters and its leader, Julius Malema. Because he was busy facilitating the tender processes there. He even spoke about the companies that were sent to Julius Malema, something like that, and they were asking for approval. They were talking about the companies who have to be approved. And I think Fanny Nkosi is just lying when he said that Inga Pesheya company belongs to his brother. I mean, it's his company. He's lying to us. I just want to say that politicians have messed up the municipalities, not only municipalities, even the departments. Like, I'm talking about national departments. Ever since they got entangled in tenders, there's no progress in South Africa. I know someone will come in my comment section and defend Julius Malema for the fact that the EFF was implicated in that commission. That says a lot about Julius Malema, by the way. Municipalities can't deliver anything. There's no service delivery. Municipalities are failing. We've got water crisis. We've got load shedding. The municipalities are owing a lot of money, are owing Eskom a lot of money, and it's politicians. You can say whatever that you'd like to say. They just like to loot and loot like it's nobody's business. We are paying tax for what? So that these politicians can become filthy rich. The Minister of Finance, Kotongane, said they've collected about 2 or 3 trillion rand, and it's for the first time SARS collected this amount of money. And there he was saying that they will increase the vehicle budget for senior officials in government from 800k to 1.1 million rand. They don't even care about you. Like, it's like they're looting for the last time. They don't give a shit about black people in South Africa. Like, honestly, we are led by a bunch of fools. I'm sorry to say this. Nothing is just working in this country because they want to loot. Black politicians don't care about building anything. They just want to loot so that South Africa can become a failed state. Well, South Africa is a failed state anyway. I feel like we are really doomed as a country. There's no way forward. There's no way forward. This government of national unity is not working at all. Even the DA, the Democratic Alliance, that party is not good for South Africans. It's just not good for South Africans. Helen Zille just wants to take care of her people. She doesn't care about black people, especially South Africans. She does not care about them. And you'll hear people saying, no, we want DA. DA for what? The ANC, the DA, EFF, and MK are not going to take us forward. Unfortunately, DA was in charge of Tshwane, ANC was in charge, and that municipality is just collapsing. Even though the Action SA mayor is trying there, but things are not looking good. There are so many problems in that municipality. Let's go back to Auntie Pharaoh. She doesn't like to take accountability. They are taking forever. They don't like charging those employees who have been accused of corruption. They're taking forever. Now that they've been exposed to the Matlanga Commission, they're busy pretending as if they are anti-corrupt. They're charging employees who are accused of corruption. But that's not the case. They're only doing this because they're exposed and they're trying to salvage the situation. I'm not even interested in talking about that guy called Malachi. That guy is just so incompetent. He is so incompetent. That's what comrades do. They like people who are not smart because smart people will always interrogate, they will always question things. So yeah, please leave a comment. What do you think about the situation? What do you think about Auntie Faro? Do you think she's doing a great job? Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, please let's be respectful in the comment section. Share this video, like it. Bye. See you on the next episode.